Part 2. UFO attack on Washington. Purpose of UFO attacks of aliens. Agreement with Orion. UFO attack on Washington. The UFO incident near the city of Roswell in Nevada, in the zone of America's nuclear top secrets, as a physical fact of the invisible war of the gods of space on Earth in July 1947, was only the tip of the iceberg of the space strategy of a very high extraterrestrial force, the Orion Empire of our galaxy. And the prelude to the Orion Empire strategy in 1952, it is 5 years after the Roswell incident, the so-named non-military UFO attacks by aliens on Washington, the capital of the United States, by in the form of multiple flights and hovering over the White House and the capital of huge UFOs. Any earthly weapons or aircraft of the Americans were powerless against the fact of what and someone in them as gods of space. Watch the documentary video of the UFO attack on Washington at the link below and in the description for the video. Purpose of UFO attacks of aliens. The maneuvers of the extraterrestrial UFO forces over USA and Washington were demonstrated to America not by the Orion Empire itself, but by its satellite servants in the galaxy, alien small greys or humanoid zetas, whose world in the Z-star on the constellation Zeta Reticuli was long conquered by other extraterrestrials, the tall greys from Orion Empire, about them a little below, which is why the dwarf Zetas Reticuli, being hermites and pirates of space, following Orion's orders, actually made all these UFO attacks on the USA with their UFO ships. The purpose of these UFO attacks is to force the Americans to recognize the reality of UFO forces, and in a different way than it was in Germany in the 20-30 years. See the photo of Gray with Hitler below in 1933. By force on the Majestic 12 group to go into direct telepathic contacts with the Zeta Reticuli, the main type of communication of highly developed cosmic beings, and conduct with them all further, diplomatic, negotiations necessary for their master, the Orion Empire. See the right photo with another Gray below in 1952. Agreement with Orion. The result, of the underwater part of the iceberg of such a powerful extraterrestrial reality, the cosmo-exopolitics of the planet of humans in the middle of the 20th century, has become something incredible. The signing by the 34th US President, General Eisenhower, at the Edwards military base, of the first interplanetary, intercivilizational, treaty between the United States and the Orion Empire called the Grida Freti 1954, it is with the race of tall humanoids of the Orion Empire, tall greys, 2-3 meters in height, which we spoke about above as the masters or sovereign rulers of the dwarf Zeta Reticuli, who brilliantly completed the task of the Empire. Namely, to provide a formal circumvention of the cosmic law of non-interference, higher civilizations in the life of lower ones without a request from those, the Zeta dwarfs. See the right photo above 1952, as the pirates of the galaxy explained to the Americans, who they are, who they represent and, in fact, forced a Majestic 12 group to make their bosses, the Orion Empire, a necessary, diplomatically official invitation to extraterrestrial contact with a much more powerful space force of the Milky Way galaxy than its master, Empire Orion. See images of the tall greys of Orions and symbols of the Orion Empire below. The need to be is above the life. Is it not because of the struggle being comes from the firsts? And contemplation, living, comes from the seconds? Peter Pears, Aphorisms. To be continued.